Hello and welcome to my wreath shop. First, let me say happy Thanksgiving. I'm Julie Samako with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm also a business coach and mentor to creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group. So I want to welcome you to my home. My wreath shop. It's actually ran in my garage of my home. I can get a lot done in a little space. But as you come in, I want you to comment. Make sure, first of all, can you hear me? Can you see everything? And tell me where you're from. You know, where are you coming from? And what are you doing this Thursday? It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday. I usually do a live on Thursdays, but you know, tomorrow's a holiday and I will be enjoying it with my family. So we moved it up a day, but tell me what you're doing tonight on this Wednesday. Are you getting ready for Thanksgiving? You know, what are your plans? Are you doing any of the cooking or is somebody else doing the cooking? So, you know, let me know, comment and tell me where you're from and all that. And I'm going to, since I'm across the room, I'm going to try, hopefully, sometimes technology doesn't work, but it will. I'm just thinking positive, it's going to work. I'm going to upload my Facebook page right here so that I can see your comments as they come in. So let me just do that real quick. Make sure I can see everybody's comments and then make sure you can see me as they come in. All right, let's see, it looks like it's working. Hello there. Oh, sunny Florida. Nice, nice. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Angela. Hi, Michelle. Oh, Michelle's cooking and hosting from Georgia. Nice. Well, in case you didn't know, I'm located in Columbia, South Carolina. So Georgia is not that far. West Virginia in the house. Oh, Jane's watching with her granddaughter. Oh, that's so sweet. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so glad. So people are starting to come in, and that's awesome. So make sure you comment, and can you guys hear me okay? I'm going to prop up my iPad. Actually, I'm going to move it. I think I'm going to move it. I've got Miss Kay in the kitchen making cookies. I hear her. She's going to town. So you might hear the mixer a little bit. Okay, so we've got some people from Texas and North Carolina, Georgia. Just welcome, welcome, welcome. So in this video today, I wanted to show you how to make a Christmas lantern swag. Every time I posted photos of lantern swags that I made for this Christmas. I made some for a client who wanted the candy theme. I posted pictures and everybody wanted to know how to make them. They really were interested in it. And so I thought that's what I would do today, is show you how to make a Christmas lantern swag. And if you don't know what a lantern swag is, it's actually a mini floral arrangement that sits some sit on the top, but mine tend to sit more on the side and then drape down, okay? So basically it's just a mini floral arrangement, bringing a little bit of holiday color, you know, to wherever you have your lantern in your home. So it doesn't have to be, you know, we don't want it over the top, okay? The goal for a pretty lantern swag in my head is something that you could still see the candle, okay? You still want to see the candle, and with using silk flowers on top where the vent is, make sure you're not using a real candle underneath. You want to use one that's, you know, with the batteries, the electric candles and that type of thing. So you want to make sure that you don't cover the whole thing. You don't want it to be overwhelming. You want it to enhance the lantern, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that. And again, the theme I'm working on is candy cane theme. And let me see. Okay, we're getting more people. Welcome in. Welcome. West Virginia in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. California representing. Hi, Pauline. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me. Again, if you're just now tuning in, I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charmeries, and today I'm making a beautiful Christmas lantern swag. So let's just get started. Now, the first thing I start with, the first thing I always do is if I'm going to use an ornament, I hot glue the top on, because you know when you get these ornaments how they could pop off. And isn't this just beautiful? I got these at Hobby Lobby. They come in a pack of 4. Of course, I bought it when I was on sale. But I just do a little bit of hot glue on the top, and what it's going to do is secure that top to the ornament so that it won't pop off. All right, so I've already done that. That's the first thing I do. And then I just find these picks. So these are already wired, and they've got the greenery and the berries and the pine and the poinsettia on there. So I've got one for, this will be the bottom, okay, that's going down the swag. Let me see if I go over here. So this will be the one going down the swag this way. And then I need to find one that's up at the top. I need something that's going to be the base of the top. So let me find that. So here's one that's pretty, and it's in the same color of green. So I just usually just eyeball it to see what I like. And then I have this one. But this has got a lot of, do you see how tall it is on the top? And then it's almost the same length. So I really want to have the length on the bottom and it to be a little shorter on the top. So I usually just check a little, check the different ones out, because I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. And this one is pretty, but it's just too much glitter. It doesn't really match the green of the one on the bottom. Of course, my iPad is going to freeze up again. Let me try it again. All right, so I think I'm going to go with this one. And this one's pretty. I guess this is like a juniper. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's got some of the berries already on there. And this, I got wholesale. I got this wholesale. I got this wholesale, but you can buy these things at, Michael's and Hobby Lobby. You see, anywhere you buy ornaments, they have these pre-made picks. So you just can put them together and make your own lantern swag. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put these away because I'm not going to use them. Alrighty, so let me get some other stuff. I think I'll put that there. All right, so let me get started here, and let's see. My iPad is messing up again. You guys, I want to see your comments. Wonder if the Hubs is watching, and maybe he can bring me his iPad to see if it's working. Hey, Mike? Okay. I think he's going to try to rescue me. All right, so the first thing I do, he's coming. The first thing I do, well, while we're waiting on him, welcome, tell me what you're doing tomorrow, Thanksgiving. I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and, tell me if you can hear me and where you're from, and are you spending it with family, or are you going to be spending it by yourself? There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever you do, make sure you count your blessings no matter who you're with, whether you're with a group, whether you're at a home or at a restaurant, wherever you're at, make sure that you count your blessings, because sometimes it doesn't feel like it during the holidays. I know it can be rough for some people who have, lost somebody or had something tragic happen in their lives, and sometimes going through these holidays are difficult, and my heart aches for you, and I'm keeping you all in my prayers. And but I just wanted to know that I'm so thankful for you guys. So happy Thanksgiving, and I feel blessed to have you guys in my life and following me on Facebook and my business, and it's just been an amazing ride. All right, so let's get started. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is take the bottom piece that I'm going to use, which would be right there, and then I'm going to zip tie the one on top. So I usually just eyeball it, and I try to, there's no like right or wrong way, just to know that. but I typically use like my fist to figure out the width right here, okay? So this is going to be where my bow will go. Yay, thank you, hubby. Thank you.
In case you mess it up again. So.
All right, oh, thanks, okay. Thanks so much. All right, so right here, I'm going to zip tie it. So I use my fist, and that's where the bow's gonna go, all right? So I put these two together, and I get my zip ties, and these are just come in a package of, geez, I don't know, like 50. And they, I bought them at Hobby Lobby. And they're green, so they match. Now the only thing I forgot to get is some silk flower leaves, but I'll get that in a minute. So I'm just zip tying oh, you know what? I forgot a step. Hold on, all of that technology threw me off. All right, so the first thing I want to do is start layering some of the goodies that I call the goodies, okay? So I'm going to put in some candy, right? I want to put in some of this candy that I found at Hobby Lobby. It's just like the hard lollipop kind of candy, okay? You see that? And I'm going to just put that in there. All right, so you see how I have that in there? What I want to do is stagger it. So I don't want it all at the top. I want some down at the bottom, you know, some on the sides and that type of thing, okay? So I'm trying to stagger it. And you don't have to hold this at the top if you want to first get the bottom and then zip tie it together. If you have arthritis or something like that, you can't use your hands very well, you can most definitely work in two pieces and then zip tie them together when everything's together, you know, when you've got both ends made. But I'm just going to hold it right now. And I think I'm going to put some of this really pretty, isn't this pretty? It's made out, it's not glitter, it's like tinsel, you know, the tinsel that you put in your Christmas tree. So I'm just going to like I want to maneuver this around a little bit to give it a little bit more life. And so I'm just going to take it and I'm sliding it in my hand that's holding everything. All right, so I'm just going to slide it down and try to work it in, you know, with the berries. All right, so I'm making sure everything blends. All right, so this is what I've got so far. Let's see what else. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to put on the bottom part. All right, so let me just hold that up so you can see it. Well, right there. So you can see where I've got everything. And now I've got the top. And actually it's upside down, so let me turn that. All right. And now I want to put something up at the top. And I think I'm going to put this, it's like a candy cane thing that I'm going to put that in there. Alrighty, so that's there. What else can I put up here? Oh, I found this lollipop. I'm going to put that in. I think I'll put that on this side because I've got the poinsettia on going towards that side. On the opposite, I think I'll put this lollipop, and this came from a wholesaler as well. But you know, you can find the stuff that you have available to you at, you know, Michael's or AC Moore is one, and Joann's. You know, find the good fun picks that they have and you can work with them. You can make anything work. So let me make sure anybody has any questions so far. And if you would, hi Nisha, welcome. I'm so glad you're catching me live. And if you have any questions, make sure you comment and let me know and give me some hearts if you love what I'm doing. And you can feel free to share the video by clicking the share button in the bottom left, okay? So make sure you can share it to some of the people who, you know, in your life who might be interested in floral design and holiday decorating, or if you just want to remember where the video was, you can find it on your own news feed. So it helps if you share it. Plus, it's my tip jar. If it just tells to me that you really like it and for me to keep doing what I'm doing, making these live videos for you. Okay. So, again, if you're just joining me, I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths inside the wreath shop, and we're making a beautiful lantern swag for Christmas out of candy canes and peppermints. Alrighty, so now that we've got this all together with our hands, is now that's when we're going to use the zip tie. Alrighty, so I want to make sure I have enough room for the bow. That's the tricky part, to make sure you have enough room for the bow. And like I said, I used my the width of my fist is usually enough room. And if it's not, we can work with it. We can always, you know, fill it in with other stuff. But make sure you put that on really tight. Let me get another one. So we get this going. We've got 2 zip ties that I'm using. All right, so those are real good tight. Lovely. All right, so now I've just taken my wire cutters and I've trimmed off the top. And see if I can find my needle nose pliers. Sometimes I have to pull it a little bit to make sure they got real tight. Okay, those are good. That's tight. So that's good. So now this is what your lantern swag should look like. So it's like this, and you see how straight it is? We're going to fix that. But this is the top part that I've got so far, and then this is the bottom, making sure you can see it on the video, so you can see where I've layered everything. All right, good. So you guys see that? Yay, okay. And now what I'm going to do is the bow, all right? So this is fun. This is the, I've teach this many times. It's called, I call it the funky bow. And we're going to just use different widths of ribbon. So let me put this out of the way and get my ribbon. All right, so I've got 2 different widths of ribbon. I've got a 2.5 inch. That's real fun with the polka dot and the red and the white. And then I've got this candy striped theme that I'm going to use. And then this is just a red velvet. I'm going to use a plain red velvet. I thought that would add a lot of, you know, pretty fun color to the bow. So let's get started on that. Oh gosh, you know what I wanted to remind myself to tell you guys? I forgot. Remember I mentioned that I had a surprise? Okay, you guys, I am so excited. I am launching a new Wreath of the Month Club. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so what that is it's an online place where I'm going to teach you how to make a new wreath every month from the comfort of your own home. You don't even have to leave. You can watch online, and I'm going to give you supplies to make it easy peasy for you, okay? So it's an online course, and I'll be emailing a coupon code this weekend. So it's a membership course, but if you're on my mailing list, you're going to get a discount, okay? You're going to get a coupon code that you can enter it in, and the coupon is only good for this weekend because you know it's Black Friday. But you can enter the coupon code and make sure you're on my mailing list. So if you're not on my mailing list, you can go to southerncharmreads.com/blog. Sorry?
You're going to give a supply list, not the supplies.
Oh, sorry. Miss K corrected me. You're right. I'm going to give you a supply list, not the supplies. All right. So you could go there. Make sure you join my mailing list at southerncharmreads.com /blog and look for the coupon code in the email. And with the membership, the Wreath Making of the Month Club membership, you will get access to me. You could ask me questions about wreath making, ask questions about my wreaths, ask questions about your wreaths, and it's really perfect for DIYers who want to learn, you know, how to make wreaths, new wreath making techniques, and also if you're a wreath designer, you know, it's a perfect way to learn about new products that I'm experimenting with. So it's really open for all levels of skill. So no matter what level of skill, it's open for everyone. I'm going to cater to all of you. And the first month will be December. And I'm going to be demonstrating how to make a Williamsburg wreath. Now, have you seen those Williamsburg wreaths? They're the ones with all of the faux fruit on it and the big, beautiful bow, and I'm really excited about that. So that'll be fun. So my goal is to teach you the art of wreath making through an online course with the monthly videos. And at the end of the month, not only have you learned the skill of making that wreath, you'll have a beautiful wreath, a professional looking wreath to hang on your door at the end of each month. And we're going to add different types of wreaths and using different mediums, and every month will be a different theme. So like December will be Christmas, I'll have a winter wreath, I'll have an everyday type of wreath, and it'll just be fun. And let's see, I think that's it. I think that's all the notes that I wanted to remind myself to tell you about my Wreath Making of the Month Club launching on Friday, and to check your email. And like I said, I just want to teach you how to do what I do. I know you guys can do it. It's just silk flowers and hot glue, really nothing you can mess up. But sometimes it's easier when you have somebody to watch and to teach you how to use the products and, you know, to learn from me. So make sure you check your email and join my mailing list if you haven't, southerncharmwreaths.com/blog. All right, so let's get back to making the lantern swag. All right, so to make the bow part, so we're going to make the bow part. We're going to measure out our ribbon, alrighty? And again, it's the funky bow, so you don't have to learn how to make a huge bow. Not in this video, but I will teach it. But not right now. I'm just going to teach you how to make a whimsical bow that will blend really well on the lantern swag. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to see if there's any questions. All right, so the bow, let's go with the bow. We're going to measure out, I usually take the lantern swag and measure out the width down here. So I'm looking to see how long I want the tail of the bow to be. Do you see how long it is right there? All right. And then I'm going to pinch it in my fingers, okay? So I know where I've measured. And then I'm going to measure out, I usually just eyeball it. So I put it down and eyeball how far out I want the loops to go. So I do that right there. And then I'll take it to my mat and I'll measure it out. And it's usually about 12 inches. Yep, okay, so it's about 12 inches. All right, so what I've done is I've pinched it right there, and I'm going to feed the ribbon in through my fingers all the time, feeding the ribbon in through my fingers. So I'm just pleating it like that, all right? And then I'm going to measure out, I'm not measuring usually, but I'm going to tell you how long. Okay, so usually about 7 inches, I'll cut it off from the ribbon bolt, and then I will turn it that way, okay? So that, I'm going to do it this way. So that's the long tail that we have. It's going to go behind the bottom. And then this is the one that's the tail at the top. And we've got both good sides facing us, all right? And now what I'm going to do is a solid on the bottom. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit shorter than the first ribbon. I just want it to lay on top. All right, so that's just a little bit shorter. Do you see right there? So it's about 1 inch. And then I'm going to pinch it in right there. Making sure we don't have any questions. And then measure out the 12 inches. All right, and take the ribbon to the back. Sorry guys, my dogs. And then I'm going to twist. All right, so now we've got all of the good ribbon, again, is facing the front. All right, so let me cut off about 7 inches there. All right, and now what I want to do is just the reverse of that. Actually, I think I'm going to use some of this ribbon. I think I'll use some of this ribbon. So I'm going to now take the top of the ribbon right here, and it's going to go out the top of the bow, all right? So I've got that coming in about 7 inches. Pinch it into my fingers. Again, I'm feeding it through the same hand, all right? I'm not switching hands. I'm going to measure out 12 inches and pinch it together and then twist. And this time I'm measuring out again about 7 inches and cutting it from the ribbon bolt. Hold on, I need something to drink. Hey Jennifer, welcome. We're making a Christmas lantern swag. All right, so this is what your bow should look like. If you have a hard time holding all of the ribbons, you can get a chip clip to hold it together, okay? Now, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. So from this point on, I just keep reversing. Sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat. I think I'm going to do the same ribbon. Going out, or let me see, 1, 2, 3. I'll just do more of this. Obviously, you can see there's no rhyme or reason. All right, so I'm going to go this way. So there's a little tail, okay, that I've just pushed in my fingers. Measure it out 12 inches. And then twist. And then cut this off about 7 inches. And then I'm going to have it, the same ribbon, going in the other direction. So what the way I'm doing it, I want all of the ribbon streamers to be all the way around the bow, not just on the bottom. Happy Thanksgiving, Heidi, and welcome. We're making a Christmas lantern swag. And then I cut that right there. All right, so when I've got that, I just go around and make sure that the tails are behind the loops and the loops are fluffed and all the ribbons facing. And then when it's the way I like it, right like that, I'm going to use florist wire. So this is 22 gauge florist wire, and you know, you can use the florist wire that is on the paddle, that will work, or you could use pipe cleaner. If you don't have florist wire, pipe cleaner will work. Just make sure you use the same color that you're working with. So I would use a red pipe cleaner, and that will help, you know, blend very well. Anytime I give you a tip, it's going to be a professional. It's going to be a professional tip. It's going to be something I would do and sell in my shop. All right, so I'm just going to use some needle nose pliers and twist the ribbon a little bit. I'm sorry, the wire, not the ribbon, because I need it to be tight on the back. All right, so this is what we've got. And now what I want to do is cut the the ends of the tails to give it a nice dovetail finish. And Midge is saying, what kind of scissors do you use? They seem to cut through the wire. These are Ionic. I don't know. I can't remember where I bought these. They're Ionic, but I do sharpen them. You know, I make sure I sharpen them and stuff. So you can use the sharpener and sharpen them when they do get dull. I mean, they do get dull because of that. So I go through and I fold all of the ribbon in half, and I cut the ribbon at an angle. Or let me make sure you can see that. So I fold the ribbon in half and I cut it on an angle going up, just like that. So when you open it up, it's like a V. To me, it's just, you know, it finishes it off. It's obviously not required, but it just, to me, it looks a little, I just think it looks whimsical and professionally finished. How about that? If you can't hold it, can you wire it and keep adding to it? Tammy, if you can't hold it, why don't you try putting it together with each ribbon and using something like a chip clip, you know, that holds the bag of chips closed, or clothespin or something like that. If you have, you know, bad hands that you can't hold it all. And you want to make sure that your hand isn't cramping. If your hand starts cramping, then it usually means you're holding it too tight. You don't need to have a death grip. You just need enough so that it doesn't slip out. Does that answer your question? All right, so somebody's saying AC Moore has sales on their lanterns. They're about $10. Whoa, that's a good deal. I got this one at Carolina Pottery. Carolina Pottery, I believe, is where I got that one. And y'all know, have y'all seen my Carolina Pottery videos? Go to my blog, southerncharmeries.com/blog, and in the search box, type in Carolina Pottery and then return, and you'll see some options. It'll give you some, it'll show you where I went in and I did a Facebook Live video inside of Carolina Pottery with all the customers walking around. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. It was a little nerve-wracking. All right, so let me get all this ribbon out of the way. I'm running out of room. All right. And now, let's see. Okay, now I'm going to attach the ribbon to the lantern swag. Okay, so this is the lantern swag. And remember, we made these right here long. So this is going to go behind the base of the lantern swag. So I want to take the wire, all right, and it's going to straddle the stems right there. So this wire is going to straddle the stems, and I'm going to maneuver the long streamers behind everything so that it will fall behind, just like that. It's a little tricky doing it upside down. Let me just make sure everything looks right. Okay, and then when you like what you see, you're just going to twist it on the back, just like that. And I'm just going to twist this around probably about 1 inch out. So I'm twisting the wires on the ribbon to make sure it's tight. And you can use your needle nose pliers to get a tight twist. You don't want it going anywhere. And then 1 inch down, you're going to just trim the excess wire off. And you're going to fold that piece of extra wire around to the front, okay? So this is what the back looks like. Let's see if you can see right there. And it looks like my video froze again. Yucks. Let's see if I can get that working again. All right, so now once you do that, you know how I like to cover up the back of all the mechanics, you know, the wire and the zip ties. I want to cover that up so we look professional. And I'm going to see if I can find a piece of, I usually use some smaller leaves, but I'm just going to use this one because I have it right here in front of me. I'm just going to cut that to a little bit smaller. And I'm going to hot glue this on top of all of the mechanics, alrighty? Oh my gosh, Miss Kay is making cookies and they are smelling so good. Oh, they are smelling so good. So let's see, make sure you can see. You can't see the hot glue. All right, so here's the piece of silk flower leaf, and I'm just going to hot glue that to the back of the lantern swag so that you can't see all of the wires and the zip ties and stuff like that. Okay. Hi Sharon from Michigan, welcome. I was just on TV. So let's see, Missy says, can you tell me how many bows she used? 5. I used 5 loops. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge because it's not laying down all the way. I want it to wrap around. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you. All right, I'm just about there. Again, I'm just covering up the back. And if you just joined me, I'm Julie Samako with Southern Charmeries, making a beautiful lantern swag for Christmas. All right, so now we've got that part. This is where I go and I trim off. Remember how we put the stems together? So here's so far what we've got. Remember how we put these long picks together? Well, you've got this extra hanging down that doesn't look very pretty. So I'm going to put on my glasses because I have messed up and cut the wrong stem once before and my whole bottom part fell off. So I don't want that to happen on live video. All right, so I'm just going to use my wire cutters and I'm going to cut off the extra. And these are Green Lee wire cutters. Everybody asked me what kind of wire cutters I have. Okay, and then there's one on the top that I'm going to locate. Oh. There. All right, so now that we've got that much done, I'm going to go back and remember how I wanted the tails to be behind the greenery and everything, and sometimes they don't stay. So what I'm going to do is hot glue that. All right, so I put some hot glue on the stems, the base of the stems, and then I'm going to take the 1.5, the ribbon on top is going to come down first. Okay, I'm going to lay that down on the hot glue so that it's make sure that it stays in place. Oh my gosh, all these comments that not scrolling. Yes, Sharon, you will. You can watch the replay, okay? If you're just joining me, you can watch the replay. Hi, Melbourne. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Okay, I don't have any background music, so maybe that's on your end. All right, so now that that one's hot glued down, I'm going to hot glue another one. Oh, it could be my daughter, Miss Kay. She saw herself on TV, so she was freaking out a little bit. Maybe that's what you were thinking it was music. She was being a little loud. She was excited. She saw herself on TV. So last year she danced in the Macy's Day Parade, and they keep showing little clips, you know, from last year, and she was on the front row. So they keep showing her, and she gets excited. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to lay this down. And what I want to do the rest of the way is attach it to the lantern swag and start designing from there. I'm going to finish up the designing from there. All right, so to do that, I need this. It's called rustic wire, and it's 18 gauge, and it's basically wrapped in, I don't know what it's wrapped in, some kind of jute, and it looks rustic. Let me measure out how much I'm going to use. Like 23 inches. That might be a little long, but we'll see. We'll see. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's got, it's just a wire. It's heavier than the florist wire, and it's wrapped in something that makes it look like wood. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on the top, okay? Because remember I said I liked the swag to be heavy on the bottom and drape on the side. So I'm going to put the actual wire, the rustic wire, through the top parts, all right? And I'm just going to feed it through the back and around the front, and I'm going to twist it. I guess twice. All right, and then now that's on there. So that's wired on there, and I can attach it to my lantern. And I'm going to attach it to this top right here. My lantern has this little knob, and I'm going to wrap it around there. If yours doesn't have this, you can most definitely attach it to the corner of your handle on your lantern swag. All right, so I'm going to attach it to the round thing going around the top, the vent, and I'm going to put it on real close and pull the rustic wire, and then I'm going to twist it around the back just like this. Okay, so now this is wired on, and it can be removed easily. Okay, so if you want to change it out. All right, so let's see. Hi, Miss Jan, welcome. So this is what I have so far. Can you guys see it? The front, and remember it's straight. We've got to make it. Mary, I'm sorry you hear music. It's not here. It's got to be something on your computer maybe that's opened. Another website or something? That's weird. All right, so that's what it looks like so far, okay? So now what I'm going to do, it's hard to try to figure out which way I should angle it so you guys can see. All right, so there we go. All right, so we've got the ribbon, and now this is where I start maneuvering everything, like twisting it. I bent the little poinsettia that was attached upward, all right, closer to the bow. Remember I was telling you if you didn't leave enough room, you could start bending these things up closer to the bow to fill it in. Here's a ribbon streamer I forgot to cut. All right. Okay, so now I can bend some of this candy up to give it more of a three-dimensional look. All right, and I want to make sure that the base is going down the lantern swag. So I'll bend the base down a little bit. All right. And then these things at the top right here, you see these like candy canes. I'm just going to unwrap those just a hair and then pull these out. So it just gives it a little bit more dimension. All right, and then what I'm going to do is this candy lollipop right here, I'm going to try really hard not to break the styrofoam of the candy, and I want to bend it out a little bit more, so I'm going to use my needle nose pliers, and I'm going to try to bend just the stem of the lollipop. All right, so I'm bending it from the stem and not touching the top of the candy. All right, so what that does is, you see how it popped it out a little bit? All right, so that's good. If you need to sometimes you can push stuff back down in if it feels a little loosey-goosey. All right, I think now what I'm gonna do is just play with the ribbon a little bit to make sure the ribbon is not hiding too much of the decoration. All right, so I'm fluffing and moving the ribbon around so that it's toward, the ribbon tails are in the back, the bow loops are in the front. So, Kathy, if you're just joining me, I said at the beginning, you're going to use not a real candle because it gets too hot on the top. You're going to have to use a battery-operated candle, or if you don't use a candle at all, you could just put it in there for a decoration. But do you see how my lantern swag is not overpowering the lantern? You'll definitely be able to decorate the inside of the lantern. Sometimes you could put a little figurine, some little ornaments, or you could just put a battery-operated candle. All right, so, oh my gosh, what's your name? I can't pronounce your name. Maritza? She says she's got a blue lantern, and any suggestions? Oh, for Christmas, you could do like a blue Christmas theme. You know, you could do like ice. Some of the, like the decorations, like I just showed you, had a lot of iced effect. Like right here. You know how, see how this is like real, like icy? That would be pretty on a blue lantern. Or just use the blue ribbons, but you don't want to do too much blue. You could do something that complements it. You could, red, you know, red would be pretty, a red and blue. It just depends on what kind of blue. If it's a turquoise, that'd be awesome. But if it's more like a navy, I would keep it to the whites. And, or you could do cream, you know, cream colors would be pretty with that. So hopefully that helps. All right, so now that we've got that, I'm going to also bend to the top. Remember I said we've got these picks at the top. I'm going to bend those. All right, so I'm trying to make it look like a C. So I want it to like wrap. All right. Okay. So this is what I've got so far. Now it looks pretty just like it is, but we're going to jazz it up even more. Okay, all right. So now I want to add this ornament. Remember I told you how to hot glue at the beginning? So it's on there and it's secure. I'm going to use wire, and it's called, this is Oasis bind wire. It's very thin. I'm going to see if it tells the gauge on there. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. But what it is, it's just a very, very thin wire, all right? And it's wrapped in some kind of paper. And I'm going to use that, and I'm going to wire the ornament onto the stems of the lantern swag, all right? So I put the wire through the ornament. And make sure there's enough wire so that you can put it around the lantern swag. And then just twist it. And if you're just joining me, I mentioned my Wreath Making of the Month Club. That'll be launching out this Friday. And if you're on the mailing list, you're going to get a discount code. So make sure to join my mailing list at southerncharmwreaths.com/blog. And I'm so excited to be launching it. I'm going to be teaching you how to make a new wreath every month, right from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to get in a car, go to a class or anything. Just sit in your jammies, drinking your coffee, and learning how to make a wreath. All right, so I'm going to I think I'm going to put the ornament right here. So I look around to the side to see where it would look best. And since I already have this lollipop up at the top, or big peppermint piece, I'm going to add it right here. So to do that, I move the loops out of the way, and I take the wire and I wrap it around the actual stems of the flower arrangement. And this is going to be the tricky part because I can't see very well. hold on. All right. So, can you see how I've just wired, so I'm wiring it up to the top. You see right there how I've added it there. And if you see in the back, I've got the wire hanging out of the back of it. All right, and now I'm going to twist those two wires together, and it's going to secure it to the base of the lantern swag. It's going to secure it to the stems. And if it's, you don't want it to be too much movement. You want it to be pretty snug. You can always hot glue it in a little place if you need to. So I twisted out the wire about 1 inch, and then I pushed the wire back in there. You don't have to worry about covering this wire because it's covered. Remember I said the rustic wire is already covered. It looks like wood or a branch, and this binding wire is already covered. So it looks like, you know, part of the stems of the floral arrangement. All right, let me just see if I like that. All right, so this is what we've got so far. All right, so we've got all of it on there, and we've got an ornament. And now what I want to do is go back through the bow and add some more fun stuff. Okay, so I've got some of this stuff I could add. And I've got some more candy things I could add. So I'm just, oh, I was going to show you too. You know these, you always see these larger ornaments. You could hang, instead of that polka dotted one, you know, you could hang something like that down the front of it. You know, that would look really pretty, okay? Or hang it on the other side. You know, having something like that hang down would be real pretty. And so I wanted to show you that. All right, so let me get that out of the way. All right, so I think I'm going to use, remember I used this tinsel pick at the beginning, down on the bottom. I'm going to put some more of this tinsel at the top, in the, which will help bring that color up, okay? So I want to do that. I'm going to trim off. I don't want to use the whole thing, so I'm going to break it off. It's got these 3 sections. Can you see? 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to trim them with my wire cutters. Yes, Robin, it will be, you can watch the replay. It'll be pinned or to the top, or you can watch the replay after it's done. If you missed the beginning. All right, so now before I glue, and this is one tip I will teach you, and if you join me in the Wreath of the Month Club, is to always place before you glue. That was one of the biggest tips for me when I was first starting out. Place things, get it, step back, look and see if it's something you like, and then you glue, okay? All right, so I put one right here, and I put one at the top, and I'm going to put one over here coming out of the bottom, or on the other side, and you see how I formed a triangle. So one here, and one here. So it brings that red color of the tinsel, it's a little sparkly, up at the top, and it matches the one on the bottom. And when I like it, I'm going to hot glue, and I'm sticking the hot glue between ribbon loops, okay? So that's what's going to secure it. I'm hot gluing it to the ribbon, and I'm going to hold it there just a few minutes so that it cools off. But make sure you share the video if you enjoy what you're watching, and tag a friend if you think they would be interested in making pretty Christmas decorations. And if you're new to the page, welcome. You can see more videos on my Facebook page by clicking the videos tab at the top. And I've got other videos, other Christmas making videos, Christmas decor. Last week, was it last week that I made the picture frame? All right, so that one's glued in, and now I'm going to do the one on the top. So I'm just going to hold that down. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to remember to check it out. I'll try to answer them. All right, so that's the top. Hi, Kathy Reynolds. Welcome, welcome. All right, now I've got this one right here I'm going to glue in. And I'm just going to hold that down. So again, if you're just joining me, we're making a Christmas lantern swag for Christmas and the candy themed. And we're gluing in the final touches to fill in around the bow. And make sure, remember to make sure to join my mailing list, southerncharmrays.com/blog, so that you get that the coupon code, my Black Friday coupon code for my new Wreath of the Month Club, okay? The Wreath Making of the Month Club. I think that's, let me just check. Sometimes you have to hold it there a little longer. And remember, I'm hot gluing it to the ribbon. Don't get the hot glue on your lantern. That would not be cool. That would not be cool. What you could do if you're scared to get the hot glue, you know, it might drip or something. I'm not worried because I have about 5 different sizes of these. That's all I do is nothing but make floral arrangements to sell on them. So I'm not really that worried if I get hot glue on them, but I never have. But if you're worried about it, you could put some tin foil down on top of it, you know, maybe some little painter's tape and tape some tin foil. But it definitely helps to fill in around the bow, finish arranging your floral arrangement on the lantern and not laying flat. Because you see how I had to fold everything to get it to wrap around the lantern. If you put everything on when it's flat on the table and then attach it and try to bend everything, it doesn't look right. You'll start to have holes and things like that. All right, so there's that. All right, so let me check it out. Oh yeah, she's looking pretty, pretty. All right, so I think I'm going to bend these out a little bit more. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Are you guys loving it? Check it out. Are you loving this? Isn't that pretty? All right, so now what else can I add? Let's see, I've got this candy. I thought about adding that. So I could put it down in the center of the bow. I'm not sure if that will hold though. Nah, I don't like it in the center because it's spreading all the loops out. I don't want that. All right, so then what else can I put in here? I've got another candy pick that I could hot glue coming down the side. I'm going to try to do that. I want to make sure there's as good a place to hot glue to. Okay, so now that I know I want that there, I'm going to trim it off a little bit right there. And I'm going to stick the stick right there onto the stem. So I'm hot gluing this one to the stem. And I'm going to turn it around in a minute when I get it on there. So you can see. All right, and there's a one of the leaves. Do you see where I put it right here? One of the leaves is right there, and I'm going to hot glue the leaf to the candy that we just added, because that will also secure it in place. The candy picks, Tammy, I got these at a wholesaler called Sim's Pottery. They have tons of them, but you can also use things like this. This is from Hobby Lobby. They, any place that has all these Christmas ornaments and stuff are going to have them. Like Carolina Pottery is going to probably have something. And you could just, you know, use what you can find. You know, might be a pine cone. It might be, you know, something else, some other kind of pick, you know, matching your theme. You're just going to find little things like that that will blend with it. You know, it could be these glittery branches, which I was thinking about adding in. You see these glittery branches? You know, just little things like that that you could add in around the bow to give it some dimension. All right, I'm going to fix the little poinsettia. And I'm wondering if we're done. Or do I want to add more candy? Or I've got this pick that I found at Hobby Lobby. Let's see. I think I'm going to add that in there. Now, when you do get picks like this, you want to make sure that you open first. Let's cut off the tags. You want to make sure you maneuver the stems, okay? So you know, you don't want it to be just flat. You want it to be, you know, come to life and three-dimensional. All right, so then once you have that, trim it. I'm going to trim it real short because I want this one to be short. Okay, Vicki, you're hilarious. Girl, you're hilarious. She said she saw I posted earlier on Facebook. I was shopping with Miss Kay. We like to go, when she wants something for Christmas, the day before Black Friday, I always go shopping in the mall with her to figure out what she wants so that I could try to buy it, you know, on sale the Friday it goes on sale on Black Friday. And I was in that shop, and there were 2 trees that literally were like sticks. They're Christmas trees. They hadn't even taken the time to fluff the branches and give it shape. It was just like a cone. And I'm like, somebody call the fluffing police. The fluffing police, because nobody fluffed. Even though I hate fluffing the Christmas tree, it's the worst part of that whole process. But man, I was all I could do not to fluff it. Miss Kay was going, Mom, just walk away. Just walk away. Please don't embarrass me. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm taking a picture anyway. And that's what she's talking about. That was so funny. All right, so now that I've got that in, I'll turn around and show it to you. So I put it in right there. All right, so I think we're done. I think we're done, ladies. We've got the ribbon, you know, going around the side. So let me show you all of the sides. You want to make sure all of the ribbon is facing upward. All right, so you've got the pretty side facing upward. So we've got the ribbon on this side. Oh, my thingy froze again. Hold on, let me go back out and come back in. Now, remember, if you have any questions, comment below, and hopefully my iPad will unfreeze and I can see them. Hi, thanks for joining in, Halifax. We're just finishing up, so you might want to watch the replay, okay? Canada's in the house. All right, so this is I'm making sure, okay, so this is the front. or this would be like one side. I'm just going to show you all the way around, and this is like the front of it. And here's the other side. And you can see, do you see the dimension of it? Do you see it's coming out at the top here? It's poking out. It's got a lot of 3-dimension. That's what really gives your pieces character. So any silk flower arrangement you're doing, when you're giving it all of this dimension, it really gets a lot of character. So here's the other side. You can see the large lollipop right here that we put in. And here's the back. So you can see this is the wire where we've attached it to the top. And back to the other side. So watch, you just unwrap this and take it off. And you could store this for your next Christmas. Isn't that pretty though? But this is, now also, wouldn't this be pretty on a wreath? Wouldn't this be pretty right here on a wreath? What if you didn't put it on a lantern swag? What if you put it on a wreath, okay? So you can use this arrangement multiple ways. You could put it into a garland. You could attach it to your mailbox. You know, you could attach it to a lamp inside of your home. So you can actually use this different swag that you just hand tied in various places throughout your home. So you can make different ones. You can make several if you wanted. Can you show it with the candle? Yeah, let me see if I can find a candle. This is a battery operated. I'm not sure if the battery is going to work. Probably not. I don't think a battery's in there. But let me all right, so there's there it is. Jan, let's see who asked. There you go, Jane. Here it is with the candle. You could you don't have to put a candle, you could put ornaments. You could put some more of these, like these little candy things. Wouldn't that be cute? You could put that in the bottom of it. Fill it up and make it look real pretty. You could make these for different size lanterns, okay? So, you're going to measure it out depending on the size of your lantern, because some people, I think this is a 21 inch or an 18 inch. I'm pretty sure it's a 20 inch, a 21 inch. So this would be, but they make 18 inches, they make 14 inches, they make 10 inches. So all of this can be done, but you're just going to have to scale it down or scale it up. I've got one that sits about 3 feet high on my mantle, around my mantle on my fireplace. And I would do something like this, and it could be a little bit longer because it's a larger lantern. So you want to make sure you scale your arrangement for the lantern swag. All right, let me see if you have any other questions. Make sure you give me some hearts if you're loving it. If you're loving it, make sure you give me some hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Can you... Oh, Jan, she's like, can you come live with me? All right, okay. I'm not seeing any questions. Oh, Jane, thank you. She's watching with her granddaughter, and she's having fun. What's your granddaughter's name? Thank you. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, her grandson. Not granddaughter. Yay, everybody's loving it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh, Sean, you're coming to Irma, South Carolina? Oh, that's so fun, but guess what? I won't be here. I won't be here. I'll be traveling to go see my in-laws. Or not my in-laws, but my mom. So I won't be here. But that would have been fun if we could have gone shopping together. Okay, let me go bring it closer to the camera. Really, this is as close as I can get because I've got 2 tables between me and the camera. But I will take photos and upload photos to give a closer look. But you can see it from all the different sides. Here's the top. Of course, the candle that I put in there is flying all around. You're welcome, Shelly. Let's see, will that help? So here's the up close, and I will post pictures again. Here's the back that we see how you see the back looks. You don't see anything, wires or anything sticking out. It looks real clean. Okay, and this will last you for years. You can put it on outdoor outdoor lanterns. There was a little, I think there's something sticking out there. So you could, put it on outdoor lanterns, indoor lanterns. All right, so I think that's it. I wanted to thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. And again, you guys are a blessing to me, and it brings me so much joy to teach you what I know. Am I an expert by any means? No, but I do feel like I am touched by God with my talent. I tend to pick it up easily, and I want to teach you what I know and what I've learned, and my thinking. You understand when I'm talking about why I'm placing certain things someplace, to balance it and to bring color up, and I try to give you all those tips so that you can learn. Again, I just want to thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, and you're a blessing to me. And again, join my mailing list for the coupon code for my Wreath Making of the Month Club. You can join at southerncharmwreaths.com/blog and fill out, there's a form right there, you just fill out and subscribe, and that way I'll email you on Friday a coupon code that's good for this weekend, because it's Black Friday. And if you're interested in any of my other downloadable videos, they are on sale for $19.99. You can also find them on my blog, southerncharmwreaths.com/blog/shop, and you can see all of the different videos that I offer and ebooks, and all of that's on sale this weekend. It ends this weekend. But again, thank you guys, and have a happy Thanksgiving.